Good morning, everyone. Today we are going to start our chapter tissue, and in this session we are going to study about the plant tissues. So, first of all, what are tissues? As we have done that, cells. This is the basic unit of life. So, we are going to start from here. Cells. The cells are combining to form tissues. Now, the question is that what kind of cells are combining to form tissues? They should be of similar origin, same structure, and same function. So the cells which are having same structure, same function, they combine to form tissues, and tissues combine to form organs. Organs will form organ system, and the last one, that is the organism. Here you can see some examples are given here. So the basic unit of living thing, that is known as cells. Here we have taken the example of the muscle cells. Now all these muscle cells together are forming a tissue which is known as cardiac muscle. As we know that cardiac muscle is associated with the heart, so it is forming an organ which is known as heart. Now heart is associated with system. What kind of system? It is a circulatory system in which blood is moving throughout the circulatory system. An organism is a human. So hope basics are clear. Cells are combining to form tissues. Tissues are combining to form organs. Organs forming organ system. After organ system, and there is an organism. Right? So, coming to the tissues, it is a group of similar cells having the same structure and same function. Now, we are having two different types of tissues, plants and animal tissues. Here is an example of the human beings. In case of the human beings, the cells of muscular tissue, they contract and relax, and they are going to help in the movements. Similarly, in case of plants, we have studied about the xylem and the phloem. Like water and food, we are talking about. Water is being carried from the roots and is carried to the various parts of the plant. Similarly, the food which is prepared in the leaves, it is need to be carried from the other parts of the plant, which is carried by the xylem and phloem respectively. So here we are going to do the difference between the plants and the animal tissues. First of all, plant tissues. As we know that plants, they are stationary, right? They do not move from place to place. They are stationary. They are not moving from place to place. So most of the cells in the plants, they provide the mechanical support and tissue. Thus, in case of plants, the most cells are dead cells because they provide the mechanical support and strength to the plants. Moreover, in the second, we are going to discuss about the growth. Growth in case of plants takes place only in some regions, means it is not a uniform pattern here. Growth takes place only in case of meristematic tissues. In other kinds of tissues, growth does not takes place. So on the other side, animals, they move from place to place and they require more energy. So in case of animal cell, we are having a more living cell, and the growth pattern is uniform. So coming to the plant tissues, as I have told you, in this session we are going to study about the plant tissues. So plant tissues are basically two types. One is the meristematic tissue and the second one is the permanent tissue. Meristematic tissues are those which are continuously dividing, right? These tissues are those which are continuously dividing, and they are going to help in the growth of the plant parts. The permanent tissues are those which do not multiply or do not divide. So, in case of meristematic, we are having three different types of meristematic tissue based upon their location. In case of apical meristematic tissue, it is present at the apex. It is present at the apex. Or in case of intercalary, it is present in the nodes and the internodes. But in case of lateral meristematic tissue, it is present at the sides of the roots or stems, you can say. And second division, we are having a permanent tissue. Permanent tissue is further of two types. One is simple permanent tissue and second one is complex permanent tissue. We call this simple permanent tissue because all these type of tissues are made up of same kinds of cells, and these are namely parenchyma, collenchyma and sclerenchyma. In case of complex permanent tissue, we are having two types, xylem and phloem. They are termed as complex because they are made up of different types of cells. So first division is meristematic tissues. As I told you, these are found only in the growing region of the plant, like the tips of the roots, stems and the branches. They divide continuously and help in the growth of the plant. So depending upon their location, they are of three types: apical meristematic tissue, lateral meristematic tissue, and third one is the intercalary tissue. Number one, apical. Apical means tip. So these are present at the tip of the stems and roots. Second is the lateral meristematic. These are present. Lateral means these are present at the side of the stems or the roots. They are helpful in increasing the girth of the stems and root. Girth means the diameter of the plant part. And intercalary meristematic, these are present at the base of the leaves, that means nodes and internodes, and help in the growth of those parts where they are present. Coming to the permanent tissue, it is of two types: simple permanent tissue and complex permanent tissue. So in case of permanent, these are formed usually from the meristematic tissues. They do not divide and they have a permanent shape and size. So simple permanent tissue, its first type is parenchyma. In case of parenchyma, the cells are arranged which are having a intercellular space in between them. So cells are arranged, these are loosely packed. If they are loosely packed, there will be some spaces between the different types of cells. That is why it is having an intercellular spaces. Now, if the parenchyma contains a chloroplast, chloroplast means they can prepare their own food by the process of photosynthesis. That term is known as chlorenchyma. It is a type of subtype of the parenchyma. Chlorenchyma when it contains the chloroplast. Chloro means chloroplast. Some parenchyma cells have large air cavities. Now these large air cavity, it will help the plant to float on the water, and this term is known as arenchyma. Arenchyma means it is having a large air cavities. So, parenchyma is further subdivided into two parts. Number one, chlorenchyma, if it is containing the chloroplast, and the second one is arenchyma, if it is containing the air cavity, and thus providing the plant the buoyancy which help the plant to float on the water. The second one, we are having a collenchyma. In this case, the cells are elongated and having a less intercellular spaces, and these are ununiformly thickened at the corners. And the moreover, the function of the collenchyma, it provides flexibility and allows easy bending of the different parts like stems and leaf, and thus providing the mechanical support to the plant. Third one is the sclerenchyma. It is consisting of long, narrow, that thick-walled cells. It is having a cement-like substance between them, which provides a strength and hardness to the plants. You have seen might coconut. So the hard covering or the hard outer shell of the husk of the coconut, it is made up of sclerenchyma. That is, husk of coconut is made up of sclerenchyma. So here are the diagrams of the parenchyma, collenchyma and sclerenchyma. You can say these are cells which are loosely packed and there is a lot of intercellular space between them. In case of collenchyma, there is a little intercellular space is there, and in case of sclerenchyma, there is a very less intercellular space present. Coming to the complex permanent tissue, they are of two types, xylem and phloem. Xylem helps in the conduction of water and minerals from the roots to the upper parts of the plant. And it is having four elements. One is tracheids, vessels, xylem parenchyma and xylem fibers. These are the four elements, and out of these four elements, the xylem parenchyma is living and other one are found dead. Now, in case of phloem, it consists of sieve tubes, companion cells, phloem fibers, and phloem parenchyma. In here, the phloem fiber is dead and other one are living. So it also transfer the food particles or the food from the leaves to the other parts of the plant. We know that food is synthesized in the leaves because leaves contain the chlorophyll, that is a green colored pigment that helps to utilize the sunlight and forming food by using carbon dioxide and water, and this phenomena is known as photosynthesis, which takes place in the leaves of the plant. But the other parts of the plant, they also require food, so it need to be transported, and the function is carried with the help of the phloem. And last, we are having protective tissue. Protective tissues are those, obviously the name suggests, these are going to help the protection. They are going to help in protection. Epidermis, it is the outermost protective layer of the plant organ. The epidermis, it covers the entire surface of the plant. It protects all the parts of the plant. If we are talking about the epidermis of the leaf, it contains a very small pores which are known as stomata. These stomata helps in the exchange of gases with the atmosphere. They also helps in the transpiration. Coming to its function, it protects the internal tissue against the mechanical injury from the parasitic bacteria and cold and hot environment. The second one, we are having a cork. Now as the plants, they are growing older, so protective tissues, they are at the peripheral, they undergo very several changes and forming a multiple layered thick bark of the tree. You might have seen the woody brown color tree bark of the tree. This is actually known as cork. So the function of this, it protects the inner tissues and also provides the insulation against various mechanical resources or from the freezing temperature, very high temperature, and it also prevents the water loss, that is transpiration. So here we are end with our session, that is plant tissues. Hopefully you are all clear with the topic, and if you are feeling any queries, you can text me later on. Thank you.